Hello YouTube, welcome back to the air tank project. We went and got some fittings, okay? Now plumbing fittings measure by the inside diameter, and you can get confused. This is a 3/4 to a 1/4 coupler, which that's what came out of the tank. See, it's the same threads. Common pipe fitting, same threads. I will save this. I thought I had a tap for this. I will save this someday. It will be threaded and tap or something. Okay? I said this is 3/4 to 1/4. This is called a 1/4 little coupler pipe nipple. It's called close. They don't give you the measurements on it. It just says close. Okay. This is a 2-inch long one. Okay. These are 2 female couplers. I want to put this on either end of this pipe, right? So I can chuck it in my air hose like this, right? And then chuck the other one on the air tank and then air it up. It's kind of tricky to do, but I've thought about doing that instead of using a valve. I want to be able to screw the cap on. So in other words, you're going to have, and this is $6. The other ones are only a few dollars, but this is kind of spendy, okay? Assembled in USA don't mean it's made in USA. Don't fall for that. It is a Milton brand. It looks as good as when I was a kid how they made them. So this is how this is going to go. This will go in here, then this will go in here. Now, if I do this, I can still screw that safety cap on the top, right? So we can mess with it. This will hold air when you're not using it. The trick is when you plug this in to air it up and unpop it, you're going to have air shooting out of your hose. That ain't no big thing. You pop it in and out. I said with that, one of these on either end of here, my battery's going low, so we got to hurry up. I bought this just for extra. This is black iron, not galvanized. If you're building a homemade air compressor or something like I have done, you can chop these off and stick these in a hole and braze these to a tank, and they will hold, I've done it, up to 150 pounds of air. I grab one of these just in case someday I want to put something off on the side of the tank, put an air gauge. Okay, you know what I mean? I can have the air gauge right on the tank. Just to have it, okay? I do have a valve, which I showed when I was testing the other day. We were going to braze. We'll pause, we'll show you our torch kit. We just wanted to show you these parts. Like I said, these are probably a few dollars, $2.50. This is probably under a $2 part. This little nipple here is probably under $2, and this is probably under $2. So I mentioned again, 3/4 to 1/4. So where they get that from is air hose and stuff like pipes that end up going is usually on that 1/4 inch diameter. Even though we all know this hole is bigger than a 1/4 inch. That's what they call it. It says right down here, 1/4 inch close. Yeah, it'll focus. Okay, we'll pause. Our battery's low. We don't feel like going to the house getting any batteries. We don't have to. We're going to show you really quick our medium torch for those people who have never seen it. We haven't used it in about a year, so stay tuned. Okay, we're filling the tank. There's our coupler. It has a male end on each end. Like I said, if you plug in here first, you can have air blowing out, don't matter, and chuck it in here. With high air pressure, it might be hard to stick 2 things together. But then when we're done, we're going to pop our gauge in there, okay? Do a leak down test overnight. Okay, real quick on this. I braze this. I ground all the weld out. What I had is I had all kinds of little spider cracks, stress cracks, probably because this type of steel, because I welded it. I never should have MIG welded this, flux core wire welded. I should have brazed it. I made an air compressor out of one of these once. Never had a problem brazing. Okay, enough said on that. This is PC7. It's been on here 2 days. With like a couple hours, it'll be actually 2 days. 2 hours early. I did a little bit of light sanding last night because I had all these pinholes. They kept showing back up. I drained the braze down. I got down to the very bottom of the braze. I see where the brazing was cracking, almost exactly where the crack in the steel was. So we're hoping the expansion of this tank and everything with this epoxy, because you can almost still stick your fingernail in it. There's the top. And also, every time you braze this, it kept sinking in. Okay, here's this one. We might put some Bondo on that. It's getting hard to see. It has a dips down in, comes back up. We may Bondo that, you'll never know the dent was there. If anybody remembers you first see this tank, that was a really bad dent. I think what they did is they might have hit it with something and poked a hole, and then went ahead and torched it. So they wasn't there to say. That'll be in the Sunday shop video. You don't get, that's all you get. Antique wrench. better tune in. This video should be posted Saturday, so you should see this before Sunday's video. And I'm sure we talked about this gauge somewhere along the line when we showed our fitting. So we're going to put whatever amount of air in here, and it's just going to be a leak down test. I'm confident it'll hold about 100 pounds of air now. So today's project is to clean this up and paint it, which will be part 3. So stay tuned. Might come back just for a couple more comments on this when we get the pressure gauge on it. Okay, we got our temporarily set up with the gauge in here. I wanted to keep this short so I can put the cap on here. With the valve, that shut-off valve, I'd rather use this than a shut-off valve. It's a lot easier to hook your hose to this. And we're not worried about the air pressure coming in this tank. My air compressor only pumps like 125, so we're never really going to be concerned about the air pressure in here. Once we get used to using it, we'll probably keep around 100 pounds or less. Because that little 2-gallon air compressor is going to run all day to fill this tank. Does anybody have any idea what this tank will hold for air? If they can do the math, 44 inches tall by 14-inch diameter. How many cubic feet of air is in there? Or gallons, or whatever you call it. I get confused on stuff like that. But there you go. That's all I get for this video. We are going to do a leak test on here. We haven't did it yet, but I'm sure it'll seal. Oodles of Teflon tape. And I can't think of anything else, so thanks for watching this episode. We don't want it too long. Like I said, that's going to be in the Sunday in the shop. That's an antique. The story on it. And another tool. So, thank you for watching.